Hello and welcome to Module 4. You'll notice if you've opened up your document already for Module 4, you'll realize that we're jumping all the way to Chapter 5. We're jumping over Chapter 3 and 4 because these are chapters that we're focused on in English 98. And the expository paragraph in Chapter 5 is closer to the kind of writing that you may do on the admissions test at the end of this semester. So I wanted you to get some practice with the expository paragraph. So let's focus on that, and you can open your book quickly to page 72 and just look at, for the writing goals, that's all that we're focusing on here. And it's to organize and write an expository paragraph, to write topic sentences for an expository paragraph, and to support a generalization, not specifics, but to support a generalization as a topic sentence, and then to use transition words and phrases to increase the coherence, the paragraph really flowing together. We're moving from page 72 all the way to page 81. So I would like you to open your textbook to page 81. And you'll notice that at the top, or right in the middle of the page, it explains what an expository essay is, what exposition is, and it says that it's a paragraph that explains or analyzes a specific topic. So what we're going to do in this lesson is to focus on writing a controlling idea that's a generalization. And we want to focus our attention on exercise 4. We're jumping all the way ahead. And what are you going to do in exercise 4? On page 82, you're given all of the supporting evidence, all the supporting details for a topic sentence. So you need to create your own generalization, your own general idea that has a topic and a controlling idea. And if you look at number 1, number 2, and number 3, it just simply gives you a blank for writing a full sentence, a controlling idea with a topic. So that's what I would like you to do. You've noticed that I'm not doing number 4 or number 5. So let's go to the next exercise. It's on page 83 and 84. It's exercise 5. If you look at 83 down at the bottom, you'll see that you need specific details to support any generalization. You're going to need not just simple statements, but statements that have very specific details. So on page 84, if you look at exercise 5, they've given you a paragraph, an idea about the cost of attending a college, the expenses, and you need to look at the paragraph above and find the generalizations and then the effective support. So you'll be looking on page 83, right? Page 83 has the ineffective, this is an ineffective paragraph. It just has generalizations with no specific support. But the paragraph on page 84 at the top gives specific details, and you'll notice they offer numbers, they give specific costs to certain kind of expenses in college. So you need to compare how they wrote it ineffectively on page 83, and then look at the paragraph on page 84 and see how they wrote the same ideas more effectively. The next exercise is exercise 7. You'll notice that we're jumping over some exercises. Let's go to page 86 and 87. And page 86 and 87, page 86 has exercise 7, and what are you supposed to do here? Well, they've got topic sentences that are very general, and then they give specific supporting ideas. But not all of these are supporting ideas. You have to find the one that's not and just simply write the letter of the ideas that don't support paragraphs 1 through 4. Our next exercise is exercise 8, and all you have to do here is simply give an example. You have an example of a nutritious vegetable, and that's broccoli, so I would like you to give specific examples for number 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's just writing in a word or a phrase. That should not be too difficult. If you can think of a rock singer, a rock and roll singer, a famous one, like Elvis Presley or John Lennon or Paul McCartney from the Beatles. They're very popular rock singers from the old times. I'm sure you've had a difficult course and you know who Albert Einstein is. If he's not, look if you don't know who he is, look him up on Google. And then recycling paper, you can try to guess what that's an example of. So look at the next exercise. Your next exercise is exercise 10. That's on page 89. And I'm only asking you to do numbers 2 and 3. They've given you example 1 already. And you just need to give 2 supporting ideas. Right? There are several things you can do in number 2 to reduce pollution. What can you do? What 2 major things can you do to reduce pollution? Think about what you can do to reduce the plastic bags in Kabul, or the bad air, the brown smog that fills the air, especially in the winter when things are burned. And then number 3, some things that definitely need to be changed at the school. And I gave you AUAF. What needs to be changed at AUAF? Right now they're improving the security, but what other example might you use that needs to be changed? Bigger library, more computer centers, places for students to study. Let's go to the next exercise. It's page 90 and 91. It's exercise 12, and I'm going to ask you only to do question number 2. So it says that you should imagine that some of your friends are preparing to buy something expensive, right? And I would like you to write a paragraph, right, that starts off with the most important thing to remember when shopping for. So, for example, shopping for a computer, or shopping for an iPhone, or shopping for clothes. You can think of anything and write a paragraph, and make sure that you have at least, I would say, 3 supporting details. The next exercise is on page 92 to 94, exercise 13, and it's exercises 1 and 3. And the first one is done partially for you. You can see that it's actually in the order of time, it's chronological. And so number 2 is going to either be from page 92 and 93, it's either going to be familiarity or order of importance. So find out, study those paragraphs and see how they're organized on page 92 and 93. And just simply put in the order that these sentences should be in. And if you go down to exercise 14, pages 95 through 96. On pages 95, it has a list of a whole bunch of different transition words and phrases that you can use to improve the coherence of your paragraphs, how to join ideas together, how to introduce examples, how to move from one idea to the next. So I just simply want you to do exercise 14 on page 96, and I've given you an example of how to fill in the first blank, and you have a number of terms that you can use from page 95. So think about which ones would make sense for numbers 2 and 3. And then a little bit of grammar to improve your grammar skills. I noticed in a number of modules, previous modules, students were having problems with articles an and the. So you have some pages to study for the indefinite article a, an, and some, and then the definite article the. And you have pages there on page 97 that you can go to and study. And I would like you to just simply write in, type in the correct article. You may actually have to take out a wrong article and put a correct article in there. Sometimes you may need 0 article. You may not even need an article, so please study that and just simply type in the correct, make the sentence correct. Each one has at least one error. And last of all, please go to see your final writing assignment on page 98, and I'm asking you to pick one of the topics from the 6 different topics that you have. Develop a topic sentence, again, that has a topic and then a controlling idea, and then you're going to want to support it with 3 or 4 specific ideas that are going to support your topic and controlling idea, your topic sentence. For this writing, please put your topic sentence at the very beginning of the paragraph. You may want to write a conclusion type sentence at the end as well, but include at least 3 or 4 supporting sentences. And remember, use specific numbers or specific names of people, places, or things. This is how to make good supporting details. You'll notice that when you look at the paragraphs on page 92 and 93, that you'll see specific names of people, of places, and things. And this is the best way to develop the support for a paragraph. Again, if you have any questions, please send me an email, call me, or Skype me, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. I'll see you again in Module 5.